The sun had just risen, and the surface of the river sparkled with the first golden rays of morning. A gentle breeze rippled across the water, making tiny waves dance. Beneath the surface, all kinds of creatures bustled about searching for food. The big fish swam calmly in the deeper parts, while the smaller fish played near the banks, creating a lively and colorful scene. Among them was a little fish with shimmering silver scales and bright, curious eyes. It was playful by nature and loved to explore new things. Whenever it saw something move, whether a shrimp, a tiny crab, or just a dry leaf drifting on the water, it would chase after it without a second thought. That morning, the little fish noticed a school of shrimp darting about near the riverbank. They leapt up and down, vanishing and reappearing among the weeds. Fascinated, the fish darted after them, swishing its tail with determination, eager to catch at least one shrimp for breakfast. At first, the shrimp seemed startled, but soon they slipped into cracks between rocks and hid among the river grass close to the shore. The fish was so absorbed in chasing them that it failed to notice the tide slowly receding. The water grew shallower and shallower, but in its excitement, the little fish had no idea danger was creeping in. It was only when the fish lunged after the last shrimp and suddenly felt its belly scrape against the sand that it realized something was wrong. Around it lay only a small, shrinking pool of water, glistening under the sunday. The great river it once swam freely in now lay far away. The fish panicked. It circled frantically in the shallow pool, but there was no escape. The cool water warmed quickly under the rising sunday. Its breathing grew labored, gills opening and closing desperately as it gasped for air. Just then, a sparrow flew overhead and perched on a nearby branch. It tilted its head, peering down at the struggling fish. "Hey, little fish," chirped the sparrow. "Why don't you swim back to the river? There's so much water there. Why stay in this tiny puddle?" The fish panted and replied in despair, "I didn't mean to. I was only chasing shrimp and didn't notice the tide going out. Now I'm stuck here, and I can't get back to the river." The sparrow shook its head with a sigh. "You were careless. You chased after food and forgot to look out for danger. Now you suffer because of it." With that, the sparrow spread its wings and flew away. Though it pitied the fish, it could do nothing to help. The fish continued to thrash weakly. Memories of the river rushed back. The refreshing current, the vast open waters, the soothing sound of waves. Now, all it had was this shrinking puddle, its water slowly evaporating in the growing heat. Its body began to dry, and fear gripped it more tightly than ever. At that moment, a young boy herding his buffalo passed by. He noticed something splashing in a small puddle and hurried closer. To his surprise, he found a little fish gasping for breath. The boy quickly crouched down and gently scooped the fish into his hands. Feeling the warmth of human palms, the fish panicked, fearing it was about to become someone's meal. It tried to wriggle free, but it was too weak. The boy smiled softly and whispered, "Don't be afraid. I won't eat you. I'll take you back to the river." With care, he ran to the riverbank and lowered the fish into the cool, flowing water. The moment it touched the river, the fish felt alive again. It gulped down the fresh water, flicked its tail, and swam in joyful circles. Then, it leapt from the surface in a sparkling arc, as if to thank the boy who had saved it. The boy laughed happily and continued leading his buffalo to the field, his heart light after doing a good deed. From that day on, the little fish never forgot the lesson it had learned. It no longer chased after prey recklessly, forgetting the way home. Whenever it swam near the riverbank, it reminded itself to be cautious. It realized that its life depended on the great river, not on a moment of excitement or a fleeting morsel of food. Chasing short-term desires can blind us to the dangers around us. Carelessness can lead us into peril, even costing us our lives. The kindness of others may rescue us, but we must also learn to protect ourselves. Life is like a wide river, open and abundant for those who value and care for it. But if we only pursue small temptations, we may trap ourselves in shallow puddles of our own making.